Hey there, everybody. I'm pretty excited for this one. I'm going to be doing the NaNoWriMo AuthorTube Oldies tag that Heather Mattern, I will make sure to link her down below, did. And I saw it and I was like, oh my god, I love this. We are doing it. I don't know why I have my headphones still on. You know what? It's fine. We're just going to jam. It's fine. It's fine. So, we're just going to dive right into this. And we're going to go for question 1, which is how did I find out about AuthorTube? And I honestly don't remember exactly when I found out about AuthorTube. I remember creating this account to be on Booktube because I was really enjoying looking at people talking about books and doing bookish things and more journaly things and whatnot. And so I did the Wreck This Journal and study with me vlogs, and this was also going to be kind of a just me account because I already had 2 other YouTube accounts, maybe 3 at that point, of which I will link a couple of them down below. I had my Nameless the Fish channel, which is videos to music and stuff, doing a lot of editing, having fun with that, which I want to get back into, so I might start doing stuff on that channel again. And then I had Supernova 1996, I think it was, which was kind of a behind the scenes of everything from Nameless to Fish and just other things that I was doing. But I wanted to do something different, and I had found Booktube around the end of high school, I believe. And so I made this account so I could do kind of that. Also, because I switched my name had been Supernova 96 for so long. And then when I got into college and was doing stuff with friends, one of them started calling me at first Nova, Novasaur, Novasaurus, and then it became Novasaurus Rex. And so I wanted to go with that. So I was like, okay, I'll get into Booktube. And I think they kind of began to blend for me. I remember seeing things pop up on some of the Booktubers I was watching that was more AuthorTuber than Booktuber. And I remember kind of slowly stopping watching Booktube and watching more AuthorTube, even though I did a lot more bookish stuff on my channel for a while. I was like, oh my god, there's look at these writers out here doing stuff. Because I was in the middle of going to college for creative writing. And so while I had those people around me all the time, I was like, oh my god, look at all the other people out there in the world. Look at the people publishing their own books. Look at these people doing this, doing that, doing this, talking about their process. And it was fun for me too, because I then at that point was getting my degree, close to getting my degree, probably got my degree in this slowly diving into AuthorTube. And so it was really interesting to me to be able to see how different things go from being self-taught versus, I went to school for 4 years. I did state this on I think it was Twitter, I don't know. I stated it somewhere just a few days ago before I filmed this, that even though I went to college for creative writing, you don't have to go to college for creative writing. It helps drastically. Where I was when I graduated high school, let's say, is here, and where I was after college was way up here. And obviously it's been 4, almost 5 years since college now. So I've grown even farther. But even if I hadn't gone to college, I would have eventually gotten to this point. It just would have taken longer. It might have been where I am now. Instead of being way up here, it's back to where I had gone through college. So for me, it was really interesting to look at all these new AuthorTube things that were coming up, people talking about their processes and stuff, to kind of compare it to what I was learning at the time in an actual degree versus a lot of these people who are, they're self-taught. They're doing their things by researching it and learning things on the internet, which is awesome. So I think that's kind of how I got into it. I think I remember one of the first authortubers that was actual like authortuber that I followed was Natalia Lee. I found one of her unboxing videos, and I think that's really what got me into self-publishing, was her self-publishing her stuff. I think there were a couple others at the time, but either they've stopped making videos or I don't follow them anymore for whatever reason, because I couldn't point them out to you. It was a few months later that I then found Kate Kavanaugh, and I think that was really my big entrance into AuthorTube, was through Kate. So I'll link Kate and Natalia both down below as well, so you guys can check them out if you haven't already, because they're both really awesome, and I love watching their content all the time. But there's really no like set point that I know of because of all this that I just said. Like, you know, slowly diving into it. Like, my first AuthorTube video was like months to years behind where I found it. I was still in like the Booktube mindset. So, second question. Do I consider myself an AuthorTuber? Yes and no. Yes, because mainly my stuff now is writing and about my writing and about my processes and stuff, and vlogs about writing. I feel like I do a lot more in that lane than anything else. No, because I have, at the time of making this, 52 subscribers, so I'm like a baby still, even though I've been here for almost 10 years, I think, doing stuff. I've been very sporadic throughout the years, so, but I do some other things here and there, so I don't know if I'd really be, like, full AuthorTuber, but I do kind of, even though I feel like I'm on, like, the fence a little, I would say more yes than no, just because I do consider myself part of the community, even though I'm kind of like little tiny part. And I do other things as well. I do still, I think, lump myself in with that. Do I know any successful AuthorTubers or indie authors in real life? That is question 3. I feel like this is looking for something different than what I'm going to give, but I'm going to give it anyway. I know Magic Art by Angela. I'll tag her down below. She published her first book about a year ago, I think. It was a few months after mine. We worked together, kind of helping each other out, which was awesome. And I think that's really the only one that I know that's like an indie self-published author, like in real life, full on. I would love to get to know some of the other people on AuthorTube here. I just feel like I'm very bad at connecting on YouTube, especially. I'm doing a lot better now that I stream on Twitch of reaching out and connecting with people. But I don't, like, even if I know someone enough on the internet, I would consider it in real life, because that's just how it is today. I don't feel like I know really anyone that well yet to be like, I know them in real life. There is quite a few that I would love to get to know more, that I'll also link down below. I really love Maiga Vidal. I hang out in her streams all the time whenever she's streaming. If I can make it, I look at her videos and stuff. She is so cool. She does theater writing, musical theater. I'll link her down below. There's someone else I thought of that I've been, the name just slipped my head. I would, like, love to know Kate Kavanaugh. I feel like she'd be an amazing friend and just so fun to be around, like, chat with, on the daily. There's quite a few others that I feel like that would be fun too, like Natalia Lee, Mandy Lynn, some of those ones. I watched the videos and I'm like, these would be such cool people to be with in real life. A lot of the people on my Twitch, trying to think, Desiree would be super cool. I just found her. I think she's got YouTube, so I'll try and remember to connect that down below too. I don't think I've watched any of her videos yet on YouTube. Did follow her, but I hang out in her streams a lot. Starborn Striker is one that I vibe with a lot on Twitch, and I'm trying to think of who else. I'm gonna look right now. I do have Twitch up in the background. I don't really know. But, like, I guess in that sense, successful, I feel like in this context, it's being, like, you know, big name, like, you know somebody really well, like, kind of thing. Like, when I see successful authortubers, I think, like, Heart Breathings, I think Kate Kavanaugh, what's her name? I can, like, picture her entire page, and I can't think of it. I think it's Jenna Morrissey. I can't think of it right off the top of my head. I think that's it. So that's, like, the ones I think of as successful authortubers, indie authors. But at the same time, I feel like if you're posting videos and you have a book out, you're already successful. So, like, that's my standard of success. So at that point, that's why I'm kind of like, I don't know how to answer this question in a way. Because, you know, it's a success to do a YouTube channel. You know, no matter how many people you have watching, that's a win. You publish a book, that's a win. No matter how many people have read it or bought it or whatnot. Like, if you've had 2 people and it's your parents, you're still successful. You did it. You did the hard part. You win. So, sorry, that was a long spiel for that answer. Number 4. Who are the AuthorTube, Booktube peeps I like watching? I kind of answered this. I do Kate Kavanaugh, Natalia Lee. I just got started on Heather, the tag person who did this tag. Emma Bennett, I watch a lot of. Emma, if you see this, I do like your videos a lot. I just don't always comment. I'm a big lurker, it's fine. Who else do I do a lot of? Now I don't know. Hold on, I'm gonna look. Magic Art by Angela, she's my friend. She just kind of started. She's kind of like in the middle a little bit. Who else do I follow? Okay, actually, why don't I just go through this? Maiga, I mentioned her earlier. Love her. Mandy Lynn mentioned. Cam Wolf, when he was doing Twitch, I was watching him a lot. I do follow on YouTube, but I haven't watched as many of his YouTube stuff. The Gothic Storyteller is one of my closest friends. Gothic is awesome. I'll throw him down there as well, so you guys can go check him out. He has all kinds of really cool stuff. A lot of film stuff, too, but I kind of would lump him in there a little bit, just because he does do a lot of talking about books as well. Who else do we got? I'm going through and I'm like, wow, some of these haven't published books in a long time. Or videos or anything. I think that's it. I'll throw others down there if I think of them. Because sometimes I might, while I'm going back and trying to get all the links for this, I might think of somebody else, but right now I'm not sure. I know a lot of people that are on AuthorTube, Booktube, that I do a lot of like stuff with, like Twitch, big Twitch people. Yeah, if I think of any more, I'll throw them in down below. I'll just link them in. So if you see a name that you don't recognize, that's part of this question. And then number 5, my tips for others who want to dive in and make a YouTube channel. My first tip is don't do it for money. Flat out. I meet so many people that are like, oh, you do content creating. I want to do that because I can make so much money. I have 2 YouTube channels right now. Rex Plays and this one. Neither of them are at the point where I can even make money off of them, for one. I do Twitch, and I get like the payout, which is $50 every couple months. Not a lot. So I tell people right off, if you are diving into this for money reasons, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, and just don't. Because you will be so stressed all the time. You will not have a good time of it. It will ruin you, honestly. Yes, people sometimes do make it and have it as a job, and that is awesome for them. It is rare. It is rare to have that as your full-time job, especially when you're just starting out. I've had this channel since I think 2015, and I'm, like I said, at this time, 52 subscribers. Like, no. I do this because I want to do this. And that's like my second tip. Do what you want to do with it. I have like 1,000,001 YouTube channels because I've been told, you know, do this, do that, do that. And it's hard keeping track of everything. You know, like I said, I created this channel to break away from the other ones that I already had. And then I had started doing gaming on this channel, but people were like, oh, if you do gaming and writing together, it's not going to do well because the people who came for writing are going to leave because you're gaming, and the people who came for gaming because you're writing are going to leave. Like, there's no winning. And the fact is, it's true to an extent, but do what you want to do. If you want to game and write, do it. I do it on my Twitch, and it's actually brought in a lot of people who have questioned whether or not they should do both. So, do what you want to do as your channel. Doesn't matter what you're going to do with it, just do what you want to do. And 3 is just be yourself. Don't try and be somebody else. Don't try and put on an act for people. Do what you love. Do what you want to do. Do you. You come off much more authentic if you are doing you versus trying to mimic other people and what they are doing. I think that's all I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to go check out the tag. Everyone who watches this, do it too, please. And thank you again, Heather, for this awesome tag. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye!